Hey, Olivia Roberts, MAPS coach. There was a request here on how to create what I would refer to as a mind share. I don't know that that was the word that was used, but basically an overview of the entire year. This is actually there's a group coaching program called Never Ending Referrals, and this is where this started. And I said I would post this. I'm going to give you a link to this piece. And I wanted to share how to actually utilize it. So you have, and this is 2021 dates. And so you've got the entire year at a glance. I have some coaching clients that are utilizing it in the Excel form or Google Drive that I'll share with you. You'll just need to make a copy into your own drive, and then you can edit it. I have others that have actually printed this and put it on their wall. And so they can, it's easier to see in the everyday. And of course, this gives you that whole at a glance, and then you put it into whatever database system that you're utilizing to remind you of these pieces. And yet, so an example of what this looks like or how you can utilize it is you want to first make sure you're really clear on what is your 36 touch system. How do you want to make sure that you capture the mind share of those that are in your database, right? Now, this is for people that you've already had a two-way conversation with. They have agreed implicitly or explicitly, right, that you can continue to communicate with them. And so that becomes a 36 touch. So if you'll read through this will give you a really good a feel for who do you want to be communicating this way. Then there are some examples of events, client events. There are some examples of promotions, because one of the things when you're creating that 2 client events a year. Now, again, I get it, because of COVID, they might look a little different now. Maybe you're having drive-throughs instead of pie pickups or things to that effect. But there are some examples here, and then some examples of the promotions to have during the year as well. If you scroll down, there's an example. Viral Marketing has an amazing program. Learn from them. Whether or not you use their service, they've got a great plan that says, hey, this is how to create videos to my database. Check it out. It's just great information. This is a video by Nick Baldwin. If you think about what we call the life of a lead comes in, a web lead, social media, what do I do with it so that from the beginning to them saying, yes, come show me a house, or yes, come list my house, how do we stay in communication with them? This is a great link for, it's a new client or new contact, whether I met them at an open house, but they've agreed for me to contact them. How do I make sure that I cement the relationship? Then there is an example for, maybe it's a new Facebook lead. What's my action plan? An old Facebook lead. And then Nick also refers to this in that video, Nick Baldwin, with the life of a lead, is a holiday text system. So maybe you send a text to all of your Mets once a month on a holiday. So you can check those pieces out. I just dawned on me, if you're not with KW, you're not going to be able to access this new contact action plan. So I'll see if I can make some adjustments and I'll re-upload that. Everything else, though, you can access, and it's great information. So start there. So anybody that you're not completely sure what this looks like. So we're building that mind share. And then from here, you're going to say, we're going to send out an email on the 7th and the 21st. And you go through and you decide that. And then let's say that you're going to do a client event. Let's say we're going to do a client event, a barbecue in March, client event, appreciation. Well, we can go backwards and we go, if I'm going to do that on the 24th, I want to go backwards 6 to 8 weeks. And so you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is week 6 normally. So this Thursday email, I want that to be, hey, save the date. We got a barbecue coming up with client appreciation type thing, right? So that's the email that you're going to send out. And then you're going, okay, now we're calling about it now. And then you can post all of those on there for all of your events so that you're not having to think, oh crap, we got an event. What do I do? When do I do it? You're just creating that plan for the whole year, right? You can even go so far backwards as to say, okay, this is the week. Let me put a note in here. This is the week that I need to make sure that we have the event location, right? Like any of that can go on this. So you have it at a glance, you know where everything's going on. Then you go, okay, well, so there's in Never Ending Referrals, they also talk about something called Do the Database Too. So breaking up your entire database and saying, okay, I'm going to call these people, these letters of the alphabet this week. Ultimately, what matters is you have some type of a system so that everybody in your database gets, again, we're talking about people who have two-way conversations, our METs, that they get communicated with at least once a quarter, whether that's a phone call, that's in person, maybe it's a text, but phone's the best, in person, right? But you'll build that for your own business. So what that would let me know is, okay, everybody with the last name of A-N-W, I'm going to call this first week of January, and I'm going to send everybody with the last name that starts with an N, I'm going to text them this week. Right now, that ensures that I get everybody in my database gets a call that first quarter. So now we've got, okay, I'm going to send 2 emails out a month. I'm going to put my promotions on here. I'm going to put my client events on here, all the planning around that. And now I went ahead, there are some sample scripts. If you're going to talk to them once a quarter, you don't have to know a million scripts and when I say script, just think about an idea or a conversation that you're going to have. It doesn't have to be like, this is what I'm saying, right? And yet it's very helpful to know, okay, well, if I'm going to call everybody the first quarter, what am I going to say, right? Sometimes we get stuck on that. Well, go ahead and choose what you're going to say because you're only going to talk to them that first quarter. So you would use something that we would say Ford. Family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. This is where we make the conversation personal, and we say things like, "Hey, how are you doing?" Let's say that I know that they just got back from Disney World. Hey, I saw on Facebook that you guys just got back from Disney World. How was that? Right? That's where we're creating the rapport. So I want you to imagine in these scripts that part is a given. You've already created rapport. This is the gist of the conversation, and then we're going to do some more rapport at the end. Right? That's what the Ford comes in. So maybe your first quarter call script this quarter, hey, I'm just calling to verify the information in our database. In addition, I want you to know that we're providing a referral service to all of our clients. Not only can you call when you know somebody who wants to buy or sell a home, you can also call us if you're looking for a vendor. We want to be your one-stop resource. If you ever have in need of painting, a handyman, pool service, landscaping, housekeeper, we've got a list of vendors that we'd like to share with you. Do you have any needs right now that we could help with by referring someone to you? So the cool part, again, it doesn't matter if you use this one or something else. The cool part about this for me is I'm coming from contribution. Do you need something? And I've also said, hey, if you need buy, sell, right? So we've talked real estate. I've checked in to see how they are. We talked real estate, and I've come from a value of, hey, do you need a vendor, right? Now, the cool part, you might even add to this and say something to the effect of, and I'm always looking to add great vendors. Who have you had amazing service with lately? They share who they've had amazing service with. Hey, I'd love, do you have their information? I'm going to call them. I'm going to let you know that I'm calling them because you rated them a 5. Now you get in turn around to call that person, another person to add to your database, and to build your vendor list. All right. Now then you go, okay, well, what am I going to say the second quarter? I got to call these people again. I got to have something to say. Well, maybe, again, go ahead and pre-pick it. This is just an example. Hey, it's Libby Roberts, Keller Williams. I'm just checking on you and your loved ones. How are you guys doing? right? Rapport, forward, let them share, respond appropriately. I'm glad to hear that. Or how can I be of service, right? Whatever's appropriate. And then, hey, during these unprecedented times, we've been very fortunate to have great partners. Now, one of those partners for us is Keller Mortgage. Now, they're offering exclusively to our KW clients, friends, and family, something that's called a 0+ program for refinancing. Now, right now, interest rates are a record low. If yours is over 4%, it might be valuable for you to have a conversation with one of the loan officers to see how much you could save by refinancing at this time. There are no lender fees, and there's a $1,000 credit at closing on qualifying homes. If this would be of value to you, I can send you some information. Not only will that allow you to save money on your monthly expenses, most times you may skip a payment during the transition. And if you have equity in your home, I'd love to discuss how you can leverage that equity to increase your wealth. Right. Again, you don't have to use this one, but go ahead and pre-pick so that your brain's not going, oh my gosh, I got to call up. What do I say? Right. There's all kinds of ideas out there. Matter of fact, if you're watching this and you have a great script, maybe you post it below in the same thing and share with somebody. My favorite one, I love the fourth quarter calls. This is one that's been very valuable. Again, introduction, forward, how you doing? Rebuild relationship. What's your dreams? What's your goals? Hey, I'm putting together my plan for 2022, and I'm just checking in to see, because I want to make sure that my clients, my friends, that I make sure that my calendar matches yours for real estate purposes. Are you going to have any real estate needs in 2022 that I need to be aware of, right? Purchasing, whether it's an investment, buying a new home, or selling yours? Oh, awesome. Well, you have a Merry Christmas, or you have a great holiday, or Thanksgiving, right? Depending on where. So that is a little bit of that. Feel free if you have questions. I guess here I'll put my information here. If you have questions, feel free to call me, text me, or email me. And I don't know why my phone number disappeared. Isn't it? Technology's grand because I know how to do this. What's going on? Oh, you know what? I'll make it real easy. We'll just turn this into 10. Now you've got it. Okay. So again, if you have questions, text me, call me, or shoot me an email. I'm not sure when we have a hashtag there at coacholiviaroberts@gmail.com. All right. That's my time. Trust this was helpful. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free. And there's just tons of resources there. So have a great one. Bye.